Well, Rich here, and today, my fellow Drift Manics, I want to talk about 5 things that you may not know about the new Traxxas Slash 4x4 Brushless. The first is, it's only 2S. So don't go near this thing with a 3S LiPo, otherwise you risk burning out that ESC. I say burning out the ESC. Motors don't tend to die from over voltage. Motors tend to die from getting too warm. But that ESC may well only handle 2S. Am I brave enough to try it? Well, a new ESC and motor setup, one of the 2S ones, is only 99 bucks, which is not bad at all, as this thing is super smooth to drive, but they're out of stock at Traxxas at the minute. So I don't want to take the risk of putting this on 3S, see how fast it goes, see how much fun it is to drive, and blowing it and not being able to get another motor and ESC. So that's the first thing you want to know about it. Some of these things will be blindingly obvious, you may well know them, but quite a few of them, I suspect you won't. Which takes me on to number 2. In fact, number 2 that you may or may not know about the new Traxxas Slash 4x4 Brushless is the body. It's clipless, and this one is pretty darn good. Besides looking super flush, which should help a bit with the aero, it's not got a hook at the front, as you'll see in a minute, and that's because at the front you've got just the same as at the back. Squeeze these 2 clips aside, releases the back, reach underneath, do the front, pull that off. There's no hook. Traditionally with the X-Max you've had a hook at the front there. Now they've opted for 2 fixings at either end. Putting it on is just as easy as getting it off, and that's it, back on. Like feature number 2 a lot. Point number 3, something you might not know about the Traxxas Slash Brushless BL2S, is the spur gearing isn't correct. It clearly states in the parts list that this is a 52 spur fitted as standard. Didn't go quite as quick out of the box as I thought, and that is because when I've taken it apart, it's got a 54 tooth fitted as standard. So clearly the instruction manual is wrong on that point, but I will let Traxxas off on that, as I'm quite pleased with the handling of this car. How much faster will it go when I fit a 52 tooth or a 50 tooth spur gear to it? So if you don't want to miss that, you know what to do. Now, point number 4 that you may or may not know about the Traxxas Slash 4x4 Brushless BL2S is, besides that gorgeous clipless body, this has got all of the heavy duty kit fitted to it as standard. So one thing Traxxas have come in for criticism in the past is they make great cars, but to make them great you need to buy lots of upgrades, fit lots of upgrades to stop the car braking, etc. This comes as standard with the heavy duty drive shafts, the shock towers, the camber blocks, steel wheel hexes, etc, etc. So they've designed this thing to put up with a lot of punishment. So don't go looking at this thinking it's just a reworked body that Traxxas have made. Far more than that. And if there's anyone out there thinking, well, that's not really that good value, Rich, kit of heavy duty parts like this, 120 bucks. They're included and fitted as standard on this car. So that price point of $329, albeit without a battery and charger, looking pretty good to my mind. And lastly, point number 5 about the new Traxxas Slash 4x4 Brushless is that they are now fitting this same kit, including the new 2S brushless motor, the heavy duty drive shafts, etc. You can also buy them on the Rustler 4x4 and the Stampede 4x4. So if a Slash is not your cup of tea, but one of those 2 is, then Traxxas have got options out there for you. Anyway, I hope you like this video, and if you want to see more of this car, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.